Well, hello, boys and girls. This is when I feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. That is turning into my NHL, football, NBA, NFL Pearls of Wisdom. Too hard to say. Too long of a breath. I have to really breathe in for that. So I just say NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Yesterday, I was 7 for 13, not stellar. However, if you go in the video, the ones that I really like, especially the Leafs game against Detroit, over in the Leafs, I was all over that. I hope you bet it because you would have won. Most of the games that I was really like the Winnipeg game that I really felt good about came through, and that's the main thing. I hope I try to make it apparent which games I'm really for when I do these vids. I like the Islanders over LA. Probably wouldn't have bet it because you're not making any money at it and you would have lost, which surprised me. Even though I know the Islanders are a little tired because they were on the road for a while, LA just happens to surprise every once in a while. They have enough talent that if the team is a little bit tired, I'm going to have to put this in the journal. I'm going to have to write this down in my journal so I remember these little tidbits. Talking about little tidbits, Richie Rich, if that's your real name, and I imagine it's not. Yesterday, he wanted me, he's been putting down in the bottom. He's going to start giving us picks for hockey games and stuff and giving us reasons why he's picking each one because he's been very effective, at least as he says. So I'm calling him out. I want you to put your picks up there before we get started. He's got an algorithm that he says he's been working on for 5 years. Yesterday, the Edmonton Colorado game, which I actually got Colorado. I picked Colorado on that one as well. He had an algorithm basically that went off of 33% public yet the fave. So not fave by the public, but a favorite to win is something that he takes as a green flag to pick that game. Avs coming off of back-to-back losses. I can understand that. Losing 3 in a row for a team that is very good, like the Avs are. Usually by the third game they start going, okay, screw this. I almost said the F word. We don't want to do that. I think I lost a subscriber once because of that. And you know what? When I'm doing all the subscriber stuff, and yes, I'm in the bathroom, and there's reasons for that. You can look at my other videos to find that out. But we're bailing ourselves out here by hitting the subscriber button. But the main thing is I just want this to be our thing, and I want as many people to be part of it as possible. That's why I want to do it. So the only reason why we want to be successful is because I want to come see you, and then we're gonna do it. I'm like, you hear me joke around and all this stuff like this. This is pure seriousness here. Pure seriousness. I mean it. We are going to do this. We're going to travel everywhere. I'm going to come see you. We're going to go to games together. I'm not kidding. I really, really mean it. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Let's get this thing being huge. Get me out of the bathroom so we can do things in a little more appealing venues. Okay? In the hockey arenas would be great. Anyways, what else did he have? And it was a revenge game. Colorado was coming off a loss to the Edmonton Oilers, 6-2 the last game. And this all makes sense because coaches can like to use these angles to get their teams going. We don't want to give these guys another game. All of these things like that to get them really motivated to want to win that game. It's simple, but there's truth to what I think. I think it's good. I like this algorithm idea. Ricketts picks uses an algorithm too. It's not really working for him at the moment, but it will. He'll come back. It's been successful, and for other sports, he's fantastic. So I'd really check him out. If combining that with the fact, because one of the things that Richie Rich says is he didn't play, so he doesn't have player bias. Not really sure what that means. I think what it means is simply that he strictly goes by numbers and probabilities. I think that's great. I think that's important. It's almost like stats guys in the NHL that's huge now. They go on possessions and all of those sort of things like that, which I follow, by the way. I follow possession numbers and all the fancy stats, basically. There's guys that go completely on that when they judge their players and their teams and so on and so forth like that. And to a certain extent, there's a lot of validity to it. But then they call it the eye test. Now, the stats guys will say that the eye test doesn't tell the whole story. And I agree. But I don't think stats tell the whole story, too. The greatest coaches out there go by energy, go by a lot of energies. There's an energy they're looking for in the room. So these algorithms do play out using things like, we lost to this team before. This is, especially after 2 losses, getting guys riled up and making them feel like getting a sense of urgency in them as they go into their next game. All of this is effective, and the algorithms play out as the way a coach would actually do things. So I'm finding it important, and I'm not kidding when I do this. I'm not joking in this video very much. I'm serious. I want to hear your algorithms. I want to hear the reasons why you pick your picks, and do it for every team, and I'll do these videos for you, because I believe that as a community of people, we can come with some pretty cool stuff, and that's kind of what excites me. So anyways, I'm done 6.5 minutes here, so I better you know what? I'm just going to do that Devils and Habs game here for tonight. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to do another video on some games for tomorrow. Screw it, let's do them both. What the heck? Devils and Habs, I might avoid this game. Going by the way the Habs have been playing, it's been over. Like, you got to figure that they're going to get their shit together. I have a feeling Kincaid will go in there. They might go back to Price to just keep on getting him out of the whatever rut he's in. Hard to say. Watch the ticker, watch the comment section so we can find out what that's going to be. The Devils are in a terrible spot right now. They just simply don't. I think the coach is going to have to go. I'm not sure. There's something wrong with that room. I know as an Oilers fan that there was a lot of talk about Hull and his problems with the room and the way he treated the other players. And he's kind of like the young guy, but he's kind of like the old school thing that's going on with Peters and stuff like that. He shames guys. He says, get the fuck going, you idiot, blah, 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 blah. He's one of those guys that does it. He's like one of those no excuses, shut up, let's go, blah, blah, blah. And it rubs guys the wrong way, and especially on a young team. I think he's going to have to go. And I am just going to do the Devils and Habs. I'm taking the Habs 3-2. I could see this being over. I could see this being under. It's a tough game. My main thing is I wanted to get all that stuff out about the algorithms and really put your picks down there. Let's see what we can create here. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.